I'm gonna miss this way to start the day. Let's go over and check what Charge is doing. He's looking pretty happy. And Sloth. Oh, you've done biscuits and gravy. Right, let's start. Dry socks, wet shoes. It's the absolute worst. Dennis Cove Trailhead, and we're heading into the Pond Mountain Wilderness. This is an unusually wide and smooth start to the day. According to our shuttle driver, we get to a pond and then it switchbacks all the way up a hill. I'll take that. It's sunny, finally. But it's really cool today. So, in fact, it's perfect hiking weather. I'm not sure if my jumper's going to come off because I'm still feeling like I'm cold. And that's kind of left over from the extreme cold of yesterday afternoon. It's time to climb. Yep, you know Charge. He doesn't do crowds. That was pretty, but we're gonna press on. Haha, you're going that way, so we actually climb around these rocks to get around the corner. There he goes. There I go. Whew. It's 10:38 a.m. and we've been on trail for an hour. Late start obviously because we had to get the shuttle at 9 o'clock and then it took some time to drive us to our starting point. A beautiful day today. Lovely weather. The trail is lovely. It's been fantastic. Waterfalls and interesting rocks and lovely smooth paths. The trees and the scenery is gorgeous. The plan for today, well, you know we're trying to get to Damascus by the weekend. Damascus is 50 miles away. So there's kind of a thought in our head that we're going to do more than 20, to get as close to 25 as we can, and then maybe push into Damascus tomorrow on another 25. That said, we did 24.5 yesterday, so we'll see how we go. It's great to be back on trail. It's wonderful to be clean and dry, and you know, we've got another warm bed in a couple of nights, maybe one night's time, so yeah, good walking and nice comfort in the days ahead. Have I mentioned that we're pushing to Damascus because Sloth's parents are driving all the way from New Hampshire? They've hired an Airbnb and are going to spend the weekend, well, with Sloth, but we're invited to. They're hosting us, and we're going to eat lovely food, maybe drink some nice wine, and do a bit of walking, but in comfort. But even better than that, we get to meet Mama Sloth and Papa Sloth and try and understand where Sloth came from. We're really looking forward to that. It's going to be a fantastic weekend. So that's Damascus, 50 kilometres, 50 miles away, which is why we're trying to push there hard, as fast as possible. Mount Pond switchbacks. Good morning, Charge.
Hey, Flash.
Give us a time check and an update.
Oh, we're coming up to about 11:30, I think. And obviously with the shuttle, we have to go by their time schedule. So we didn't leave the hostel until just after 9. We've been walking for 2 hours. We've gone 4.6 miles, which close to a little bit more than that, actually. Yeah, about, 2.8 is straight up. So we just climbed a massive hill.
Pond Mountain.
And we're actually about 90% up, and there's a nice little flat spot, so we thought we'll just have a drink, a little rest. And so today we've got 8 miles to the next, in total to the shelter, so 4 miles away. And then we've got no camping or shelters until the 18-mile mark.
Why is that?
Massive bear activity.
Okay.
They're just not scared at the moment. And then we'll decide what we're going to do in regards to push further, another 4 or 5 miles after the 18. The weather's beautiful. The contrast between yesterday and today is unbelievable.
You mean you're not going to dance down the road for us today at the end of the day?
Well, they were special. I thought I could smell hamburgers. And I don't know whether Bridget actually told you.
I haven't.
Here I was. I got all excited that thought I could smell hamburgers. And we got there and the food truck wasn't open. So we had to order pizza again.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed.
It was disappointing, wasn't it?
But I'm sure that in the coming weeks, then I can smell either 3 times baked potato, Tony Astle, are you listening? Or a burger, then you might see me skip down the road. Yeah,
absolutely. Right, well, a couple of other things. I was going to mention that we sit on these are the sit pads that we sit on. We sit on these logs. And the other thing that we do before we sit on these logs is that we whack them hard with our walking sticks. Why is that, Charge?
Because the snakes.
Yeah.
Make sure we're not sitting on their habitat.
Yeah, or on them even.
Exactly.
Pond Mountain Wilderness, Cherokee National Forest. Which one's up in the tree? Oh, there's one up there. Are you running down?
You ran down. And the other one's up.
This one's over here. I see you. You got a big fluffy tail. There he goes. Ha! We'll just zoom back out. So, we were just talking about, and contrasting, we do this a lot, contrasting last year's 4 and a bit weeks on trail with the 8 and a bit weeks on trail last year, I should say, and the 4 weeks we've done so far on this trail this year, on this on the southern part, is that we've been away from cities so much more. I mean, that's a kind of a reverse negative, isn't it? But we haven't been in cities. We've been very much in the woods. We've been very much using hiker hostels, which we've been able to walk to, or been able to use shuttles. So it's interesting coming out onto the road here. I can see the stop sign's got a white blaze on it. And in fact, in front of us, I think is the pond that we've been walking towards. It's a big lake. But it's called a pond. And I'll just get off this road because this car is going to wipe me out. That's the guy who owns Boots Off Hostel. His name's Grumpy or something. He just pointed us in the right direction. The guy down by the lake told us that this is a place where a lot of people go wrong. That you're heading up here, enjoying being on a Tausil road, and you miss the white blaze to head into the woods, probably uphill. So that is a useful bit of information, because we don't want to find ourselves walking an extra mile if we can help it. Okay, found it. We've made it to the Big Laurel Branch Wilderness. I see there's a notice down here about novovirus, that nasty tummy bug. We've done about 13 and a bit miles, and we're just going to pull in at this campsite here for a snack and a drink before we walk up 4 miles. 4 miles, Charge. 4 miles. It's just coming up for 6 p.m. and Charge and I made it to the 18-kilometre shelter. It's empty. We wondered if a bunch of the guys who we'd seen yesterday would be staying there, but they've obviously pushed on. The reason we don't like that shelter is that in order to get water, it's a 0.3 of a mile down a really steep bank, and then 0.3 of a mile back up the steep bank holding onto water. So we know that there's a campsite 3 miles away. We're now in the safe camping area. Well, the area that's now, this area is not closed because of bear activity. So it's also a beautiful evening. It's been lovely walking this afternoon, really pretty after we did the big hill. But the weather's beautiful. The sun is lovely. And there's a beautiful lake with lake boats and things underneath us. So we didn't make the 25 that we were hoping for, but we started really late. But if we make 21, that'll be great, and we'll do what we do tomorrow, and then probably walk into Damascus bright and early on Saturday morning with just a small number of miles to walk. Just checking out camping options, and I think we found a really nice private campsite over here. Because if I turn around, oh, you can't see through the trees, but the other campsite's full of tents. We've just come across here, and I think that tent site looks perfect. What do you think, Charge? That'll do it.
There's a whisper at the door. I can't hear it anymore. Placed my ear right firmly there. Say your name if you dare. But oh, my eyes can see.
It's 6:43 and we're on the road. Unlike yesterday, we're having an early start as we like it. Start early, you can get those miles done. Sloth is another, I'd say, 3 or 4 hours up the track. He's going to push to get into Damascus today. He'd like to catch up with his parents tonight and try and debunk any stories in advance that Charge and I might be sharing with his parents. But it would be nice for him to catch up with them tonight. We're going to walk in tomorrow morning. So our plan is, I'll let Charge give you the specifics, but we're going to walk some distance, camp tonight, and then narrow into Damascus in the morning. Not quite sure how many miles we're going to do today. It's a beautiful day. Got quite cold during the night, but it's crisp and clear this morning, and I'm puffing up a hill. There aren't too many, I don't think there's any mountains in our way between here and Damascus. It's mainly ups and downs. I'll come back with Charge in a bit, but I might puff my way up this little incline because my legs aren't working yet. breakfast time, sitting on a log in the middle of the forest. I am having Belvita breakfast biscuits at 230 calories, dunked into rather nasty but conveniently packaged peanut butter. And if we go to, we'll go to Charge in a moment, but you'll see he's doing two Belvita biscuits at 230 calories. Two! We'll come to you shortly, Charge, but let's have breakfast first. Well, Charge, you know how to show a gal a good time.
Hey, Flash.
Picnic in the woods.
Yeah, and we had some potential company last night, but there was a mama bear with one cub down by the water supply. We didn't actually get to see it, but some of the other people camping saw it, which is pretty cool. I heard a bit of grunting during the night, but no problems at all.
That could have been our neighbour.
I think it was. Nice
Snoring
guy,
and
actually. He is a really interesting young fella. So, but anyway, today, 19 miles down the track, we cross the Tennessee-Virginia border. So it means Georgia's done, North Carolina's done, Tennessee will be finished, and that'll just leave us 2 states to finish off. So where we started in Harpers Ferry, so West Virginia, we've got about 30-40 miles there to go.
That's a small amount.
And then further up north we've got the Wildcats to finish off the Wildcat Mountains to finish off New Hampshire. So that will leave us the Virginia and Maine as the 2 states to finish.
Virginia's a big, long state.
It's the longest state. But that actually means that today we would have completed 10 of the 14 states.
Oh my God. That's a lot. Very impressive.
That's heaps.
It is heaps.
Yeah, but anyway, we're trucking on really well. It's only about 7:15. We just stopped for brekkie. Done 1 mile already. And we're just going to cruise, I think about 23, 24 miles, and leave us 5 or 6 to do a Nero into Damascus. And I'm not looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to seeing Damascus. I'm looking forward to, again, a bed, a hot shower, laundry, but also some food. We're starting to get sick of certain things. We're restricted on how much food we can carry, and you and I are both going, oh gosh, I really want to have something.
Fresh food.
Some fresh fruit, some fresh vegetables, and yeah, something that doesn't come out of a plastic packet.
That would be nice.
Wouldn't it just?
Yeah.
Let's make that happen. Real change in what we're walking through. So since we left camp, it's just been gentle ups and downs, a few little steep bits, but really pretty smooth going. Now we've popped out, gone through a fence, and we appear to be walking through a field. So things have really flattened out on the way to Damascus. I know this is a short reprieve, but it's a beautiful day. We'll take it. We'll take a bit of flat walking. It gives the old legs a bit of a rest. At the risk of being a bit gross, we're walking through a cow paddock. Look at my foot and look at the size of that cow pat. Either it's a monster cow or it had been eating 2 nuts and got a bit backed up. But whoa, that is the biggest cow pat I have ever seen in my life. It's not just the width, it's the height as well, which you just can't capture on an iPhone. Looks like we're back in active bear territory. Haven't seen any today, but I think we'll be careful about where we sleep and what we do with our food, that's for sure. I would describe that as more of a shed or a shack. It's an so that's an emergency shelter, is it? Okay. Charge is saying it's built in the 1930s, it's not maintained anymore, but it's an emergency shelter if someone finds themselves in a position where they need shelter. Today's just been like this, really. We are nearly 18 miles in, and it's been up and down and up and down and up and down. It's been a beautiful day. I've been kind of tired today. I haven't been firing with energy, but that's okay. We're going to walk for a few more miles, and then we're going to set up camp and put our feet up and chill out, because we're going to have a short walk of less than 10 miles in the morning into town, and that'll be great. So we're going to, rather than walking till late as we did last night, we're going to stop mid-afternoon and, yeah, put our feet up and enjoy just this beautiful sunshine. So finally, after dancing in and out of North Carolina for weeks, we finally see the back end of Tennessee, which we know Charger's not particularly excited about. You know how much he likes Tennessee. But we're now in Virginia. Well, he's in Virginia. I'm in Tennessee. Right. Oh, he's back in Tennessee. You prefer this side, do you? Right.
Daniels.
Jack Daniels. I know. I'm sure we can find Jack Daniels in Virginia, to be quite honest. Right. Heading north. So after a 27-mile day, this is our campground. Flash and I have pitched our tent. Bush has got a hammock pitched, is that what you say? And a fire going. And it's my job now to find the blue blazes and go and collect water. So hopefully it's not too far away, because to be honest, I'm really exhausted.